Hello everyone. Okay, so this is a continuation or update video on the previous video of talking about charging the Zero SR. This is the 2016 Zero SR. It's a 13 kilowatt battery. The Z-Force ZF13 lithium ion battery. So that's 13 kilowatts, 13,000 watt hours, 13,000 watts means you can draw 13,000 watts for 1 hour, or half of that power for 2 hours. Okay, so I was noticing here that this plug voltage, that plug there on the back, which is meant for the Q charger, right? This is this thought experiment and my personal experimentation. Do not replicate what I'm doing unless you have researched this and studied it and you're taking your own chances, okay? Because I'm not telling you to do this. I'm just sharing my personal experience and my personal thoughts and my experimentation with you. I'm sharing that. So I noticed that the voltage that's reading out of the plug in the back, that's meant for the Q charger, right? That's the fast Q charger right there. That's where that plugs in. I noticed that that voltage is exactly the same on these last two right there, the last two plugs. The last two right there. See those two? Positive, negative. Right there. Those two, these all have different voltages and different readings and everything. But those last two are the ones I'm looking at right now, okay? So when I turn the key off and unplug the charger, the voltage will drop, and it's the exact same as on the plug down below for the Q charger. That plug below the Q charger can take I can plug 4 Q chargers in there if I understand correctly. That's a lot of power, right? So I think that can take like between 3,000 and 4,000 watts in that bottom plug. And we can also simultaneously put in 1,300 watts into this plug here, that's the onboard charger, right? That's onboard charger. What else? So when I plug in, when I activate the Q charger plug by plugging in this 110 volt plug to the side here, the computer charger plug. When I plug that in, it opens up that plug in the back. That becomes hot. And this becomes hot, the last two there. I'm thinking about, I'll still look around, but I'm thinking about connecting there and running a plug that would go to the Roger charger. And let me think about how I'd connect the charger to the actual motorcycle. I'll have to see what plugs I have to do that. So I'll look at what I have. I could possibly use one of these. I don't know if these could handle that much current. Let's see what it says. I'll have to look this up. These are some plugs that I have. I'll have to see how much current this can take. So this should allow me to faster charge with the Roger charger and simultaneously with the onboard charger here. So onboard charging and the Roger charger. So if I put in 3,000 watts to the Q charger plug, and it's not going to go to the plug anymore, but it's going to go directly over here. I'll have to run a cord down somewhere and have it put off to the side. I'll keep you updated on that process as I make videos about this and as I do it. But so let's say I put 3,000 watts in through the Roger charger, which that should easily be able to do it, the V4 Roger charger. I think it's rated at like 3,500 watts or 4,000 watts. So I think it should be able to do 3,000 watts pretty easily. And then have this simultaneously putting in 1,300 watts. So I'm putting 3,000 from the Roger charger and 1,300 from this onboard charger here, which is mounted underneath the motorcycle. This is the 2016 Zero SR motorcycle, electric motorcycle. That'll be 4,300 watts going into the motorcycle, which is not even close to the capacity of how fast this can be charged. If I understand correctly, it seemed like it was being explained, you could read articles on this, that people are plugging in multiple charging at the same time. You can charge, put a lot of power in from the power pack above, the fast level 2 charger up here, simultaneously, I think, with the other 2 chargers, possibly. I'm not sure. Someone was saying that you can use multiple chargers at the same time, including multiple Q chargers. I would confirm that with the company, and also do your research on that research. But I'm putting in right now 1300 watts with this plug, right? That's how I've been charging this. That takes many hours to charge. So I will be able to reduce that time exponentially, to a great degree, by putting in 3,000 extra watts from the Roger charger. Now when I'm doing that, I'm going to plan on using the, let's see where the J1772 is. It's in the, it's in here. I think I put it back away in here. This is the J1772 adapter, plug adapter. You could also buy these from Roger. He sells the larger version of this where it has multiple plugs on the output. I'll put a splitter on here that'll have 2 outputs, and then I'll be able to run one going into this plug, right? The plug, the onboard charging plug, which is just a regular plug, right? A regular 5-15 plug. That will go in there, and then the other, I'll have a splitter here where I can run 2 plugs. The other plug will go into the Roger charger. Now this is going to be plugged. That's when I'm plugged into a J1772, because that has that kind of power. It has like thousands of watts, right? Several thousand watts. I don't know if it's 6,000 watts or how many watts it is, but the Roger charger is just going to take what it needs. So whatever amperage I set it to, and I'll set it probably according to wattage. So when I'm at 3,000 watts, however many amps that is, then I'll leave it there. Because that's a variable voltage, variable current. I will have to set the voltage manually myself, so that voltage will be set to 115 volts. Because I read when this was charging here, which meant that the back fast charging Q charger connector back there was hot. When this is going here, when it's fully charged, it's at 115 volts. So that tells me to set the Roger charger at 115 volts. So I'll do that, and I'll watch it very closely. And then I'll just turn the current up on the Roger charger until I'm at the wattage that I want to be, which will be around 13, I think it'll be around 3,000 watts. And I'll be using one of these probably, this is from, I bought this on Amazon. This is, tells you the wattage, how much watts we're drawing, right? Okay, so, that's it for now. Okay, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.